What is going on, guys? This is Chris on the Sticks, and I am back with another Call of Duty Ghost gameplay commentary. And today we are going to be playing some Kill Confirmed Unfog, and we're going to be using the Honey Badger. Now, I did not realize how good the Honey Badger was until I played this game, and I'm exaggerating because I have used it in the past, but I went on a really good kill streak, and I thought I was going to get a chem strike. It was at a point where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a chem strike, and then I looked back at the end of this game. And turns out I was about 10 kills away from it, so I wasn't really close. I thought I was maybe like 4 kills, maybe even like 1 kill away, and turns out it was more than that. But regardless, it was a really good gameplay, and I say that because I haven't used the Honey Badger since maybe the beginning of the game, and I forgot that it's basically it's one of the guns that's similar to like, let's say, the MTAR of competitive. Now, I say that because in competitive, I've said this quite a bit also, but there's a set amount of guns, there's a set list of guns that you used, and then everything else you don't use, and it's because they're not as good compared to the other guns. And you know, no one really tries to branch out, no one really tries to use any of the other guns, because they basically assume that, okay, we've played the game, we know what guns are good, we know which guns aren't as good, so we're only going to use the guns that are good, and that leaves some guns that are very underrated, i.e. the Honey Badger, and no one really uses it. Now, the only reason that I think the Honey Badger is more overrated compared to the other guns is because of what it is. The Honey Badger is an assault rifle, but it plays more like an SMG, but it doesn't, because it still has the sway of an assault rifle, which is minimum to none. It's not really easy to strafe with the gun compared to a submachine gun, which is why it would be better to run Stalker on it. And it also has an integrated suppressor, which in competitive, no one really uses a suppressor. People have been using it sometimes, but it's not something that's widely used, and the reason being is because it takes away the range, and range equals time to kill, and the faster the gun has the time to kill, the better it is, and the lower the time to kill, the worse it is, and the more you want to stay away from it. Now, with that said, if you're able to use this gun as like a submachine gun, then it becomes one of the more competitive guns to use. And again, with the suppressor, it actually adds some benefits compared to a non-suppressor. It basically adds the ability to have a flash suppressor, and of course, when you're playing public matches, when you're not playing a organized team that doesn't do callouts, it makes it easier for you to conceal your location on the map, and depending on, you know, where you are, where you're shooting the guy. And as long as the other team doesn't have that map knowledge, you have a stealth advantage over them. However, again, once you get into competitive, like, stealth advantages don't really help, which is why you don't really see people use suppressors. But the one thing with the reduced muzzle flash, the suppressor has the reduced muzzle flash that the flash suppressor has, and that makes it a little easier for you to shoot at targets. And especially with the Honey Badger, the way I have this set up, I'm using the foregrip, and I'm using extended mags. This setup is really what allowed me to win a lot of gunfights, especially the extended mags. The foregrip reduces the recoil, and you know, the sights are very open. They're among the best sights in the game. You know, people use the MTAR with the iron sights, and people sometimes use the Vector with iron sights. This gun, these iron sights beat both of them, because it's just open. It's open at the top, The only reason I can see these being a hindrance is when someone drops shots, but that's really something that has a problem with all iron sights, is when you drop shot, it makes it harder for you to see the target. But these sights are more open than the other ones, which would make them, if you put these sights on the MTAR or on the Vector, then those would be even better guns to use without a red dot sight. Now, let's go and let's talk about the extended mags. The extended mags gives you 45 rounds. 45 rounds is a lot. If we're talking about, let's do some. I'm gonna do some Call of Duty math here for you guys. The extended range, the range that the Honey Badger drops off to, it drops off to a 5-shot kill. If you're somebody who has the best accuracy and all of your shots hit on target, 5 shots to kill, that's 5. Yeah, you have 45 shots. That's 9 kills that you can get with one magazine. The least amount it has is 3. So you can do a lot of damage with this gun. And there's one more thing that I forgot to highlight about the Honey Badger. Its rate of fire. I'm pretty sure the Honey Badger has a rate of fire higher than the MTAR and the Vector combined. Well, not combined, but it's higher than the MTAR. It's higher than the Honey Badger. I'm mixing up words. It's higher. The rate of fire is higher than the MTAR and the Vector, which means that up close, guess who's winning the gunfight if you both have your shots on first? It's the Honey Badger. The Honey Badger is basically the gun in a gun that's in the wrong kill spot, but it had to be put in that spot because it would be considered overpowered. This would be if you took out the K7 and you put the Honey Badger in the submachine guns class and gave it all the submachine gun traits, but in terms of like strafe, I feel like this gun would be one of the guns used in competitive games. And no, that's just how I think about it. One of the things that I'm gonna be doing in a later video, I'm gonna actually try to use this in a competitive setting, and we'll see how it goes. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please leave a like and comment down below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, guys, this is Chris, and I'll see you later.